Hi and warm welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to tell you about Akropolis project. Over the past few decades, the banking industry has been at central focus of attention for regulators, academic and for the general public. Especially the last decade was one of the most banking-centric once when you think about the financial crisis which is happened in 27 and 28, while people were so focused on problem which has been eventuated by the crisis, the issue of the pension industry have tended to be swept deep under the carpet. The fact is, the pension industry is already in a deep financial crisis and could well be the trigger for another global financial and economic meltdown. A government's pension system problem is more visible than ever. Almost all around Europe, as in other continents, the problem shows itself then when the breakdown is thinking about 30-40 years later. Whatever the country name is, the problem gets bigger and bigger every day. According to the World Economic Forum, the pension gap has already reached a staggering value of more than 70 trillion as of 2015 and is still growing and at an alarming rate. Most visible examples may be Germany. The country's National Statistic Office forecasts the country's population will drop from 82 million today to 77 million by 2030 and as few as 65 million by 2060. Of those, a third will be at least 65 years old and one is 80 or over. Even by 2040, the Retnero equivalent, which expresses the relation between the number of retirees and the number of contributors in the German pension system, will have increased from 56% to 73%. For most of the countries around the world, the current pension fund structure is outdated, has conflict of interest and lacks transparency. People just had to believe the system while some of the diplomats trying to solve the problem. People are living longer now and many pensions aren't adequately funded to handle this fact. This can cause many retirees to be underfunded, which will definitely cause health and finance issues for the people who already retired. While a small group of young people working, the majority of the population will be seen as extra weight just because having most of the money which is already their rights to have. On the other hand, that money won't be enough for them to live their life. Conclusion: financial crisis. Akropolis aims to address the pension crisis by building a global infrastructure and a sector-specific blockchain-agnostic protocol in partnership with good industry players. What exactly is Akropolis? The Akropolis project is building the largest alternative pension infrastructure in the world. We are creating decentralized pension on the blockchain. Since they are using blockchain technology to solve the problem, transparency is there one of the most important value. How does Acropolis work? While government and private companies couldn't solve the problem, how come Akropolis is going to solve it, you may think. Since they are using blockchain technology, their solution is also interesting enough to encourage governments and private companies to take a look at. Akropolis has two-layer data system, which one of it called off-chain and another is on-chain. Both of the data are stored in the blockchain, but while off-chain is stored in the private database, the on-chain data is going to be stored in public databases. In this architecture, while the public database will provide data storage and processing account keeping kind of process, the private database will contain corporate and personal pieces of information. This diversity will give the ability to Acropolis platform to apply a cost-effective and secure solution to the problem. Acropolis system will have 5 agents that participate in interaction on the platform: individual users, pension fund, fund manager, asset tokenizer, and developers. Individual users will have the access to new clients and new sources of capital. Institutional users will have the access to data, services, and capabilities. And the developer community will have the access to ecosystem development tools and opportunities. Applying blockchain technology to worldwide problem is known fact, but applying it to a problem which affects human life level is very important. Acropolis is a promising project. Their first focus is making agreements with the necessary companies to have more brains in the team, so that we're using a statistical data and implementing it to the countries will be easier. Institutional partnership with award-winning global organization to be announced soon, which means the existing times are coming for the project as team tries to make partnerships that will raise the whole project to a higher level. Okay, and here you can find a Medium blog for Acropolis, and here you can see last company updates and blog articles, and I kindly ask you to check that and find all necessary information about the project. And at the end, I want to say a few words about ICO details. Ticker will be AKT, token type ERC20. ICO token price for one IKT token is about 7 cents of dollars. 7 cents dollars. Fundraising goal is $25 million. Total tokens will be 900 millions, and team and advising token investing is 18 months. Okay, that's all, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.